Here's why I made the biggest fantasy football trade of my life. In 4 weeks, I'm in first place, the most points scored. Losing Malik Neighbors to the year absolutely sucks. Trading away Marv decimates my wide receiver room. But getting receiver in return was a point for me. But the bigger point was getting Lamar Jackson, the best player in this deal, as a difference maker. Look, in Dynasty, I know he's dealing with a bit of a hamstring injury, but this week, next week, and then you got the bye week after, I'm not concerned really beyond the short term at all. I think this boils down to, in isolation, you could say Malik Neighbors, Marv for Lamar. That's a value ballpark. Two 2027 first round picks for Debo, Luther, and a 2028 first. That's what's going to decide this trade, in my view. Look, I'll be the first person to tell you how special the 2027 draft class is. I went out of my way to acquire these picks in different trades. But it's clear through the first quarter of this season who the contenders are for the 6 playoff spots. We're only talking about 7, maximum 8 teams. The 227 firsts here belong to firm top 4 caliber teams right now this season, and then looking at their dynasty assets, their roster, their picks into next season as well. This 2028 first, on the other hand, that is a firm rebuilder who has a decent chance at a top 3 Bryce Underwood lottery ticket. Marv, honestly, versus Debo. This season, I think it's a toss-up. And then Luther Burden for me as a big wild card in the deal. Look, I love Luther Burden as a prospect. I love him in the next 2 years. When Debo phases out of my lineup, for Luther Burden to be a big piece of my roster. Guys, what do you think of this trade? Would you have made it?